Half a score and 5 years ago, our trainers brought forth to this community a new kind of workout, conceived in creativity and dedicated to the proposition that all people can exercise together and be incredibly healthy in the same workout. And it's with these principles that we will exercise today. Welcome to the President's Day workout. I'm obviously Abraham Lincoln, all right? So, no quick jog for a second. We've got a great workout, so it's got 3 different sets. We've got 3 exercises per set, and we're going to be looping through them. I love this style. I think it passes by really fast for me. The only downside is you and me, may not be in the same exercise at the same time. So I'm going to teach it as best I can, but you may be on a different one. I may go faster than you, you may go faster than me, but it's kind of fun. So different times you'll be able to get through different rounds perhaps. You do this workout again, you might get through more rounds, than you do the first time. All right, so I'm going to show you the first 3 exercises, and then we're going to jump right into it, all right? So first exercise is the push-ups, all right? All right, right in here, push-ups. Now on the floor, shoulder width in the ears, coming down and up. You can do it off a countertop as well, all right? We're doing 10 push-ups, all right? Then we have Roosevelt Rose. So if you have dumbbells or a barbell, you can do a tip forward row right in here, squeeze them back, or with a band, you can loop it over the feet here, crisscross the handles, and you can row back that way or anchor the band on something else. I also like the reach through grab with the band. If you want to make a tough workout with the band, is you got it looped around and you grab the middle also and pull back. Make sure it stays on your feet when you're doing those. All right, so there's that. And then we have the jumping Jacksons. All right, right in there. All right, so we're doing 10, 20, and then 40 of those. All right, so I'm going to try to coach, count, and do it at the same time. So it should be fun. But let's get rolling. 3 exercises. Let's hit it. Ready? Timer is live. All right. All right. So you can do it from a countertop, from a coffee table. You can do knees on the coffee table or something like that, or knees and hands are up on the coffee table. So knees are on the floor. All right. We're doing 10. All right. Shoulders away from the ears, abs in tight. All right, I'll show you the bar first up. All right, so I got the rows. All right, I got a wide grip on here, tipping forward, chest out, butt out, nice flat back there, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades back here. Really focus on what the shoulder blades are doing there. Make sure they're not coming up by the ears, so we're trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Stay tipped over pretty good. If you start standing up too much, you end up getting too much of a neck shrug going on there. All right. Lost count. Can't do everything. All right. And jumping Jacksons. All right. You can do the half position there too, so you're a little less bouncy on the joints. So if you need something that's a little bit lighter, a little bit friendlier on the joints, you can do that. All right. All right. You can rock the full too. Just make sure if you're doing a full jumping jack, that you're not landing with your knees buckling in. All right. That you're moving from the hips as you're doing that, not from the knees. There's a little heart rate opportunity on the jumping Jacksons here. And it's way too many for me to count. Make sure you don't go too high with the hands as you're doing this. All right. Next up, we go right back to it. All right, hit the next round. So this is where it's kind of fun. You get to a bunch of rounds on this. Try to use your armpit muscles more. Make sure the head goes out in front of the hands. If you need a review, check out our basics of exercise. All right, it goes over the push-up in detail. If you've never seen that, you should check it out because you're probably doing them wrong. All right. Now, I'll show you the rows with the band. You can do whichever one you did the first time too. All right, Roosevelt Rose. Squeezing back here. Shoulders down, chest out. Similar position as the bent over row with the dumbbells or the barbell. And the big difference on that is just rotated 90 degrees and the type of resistance used. But the body position should be about the same. If you were to tip me up, it's like I'm tipped forward. It's like I'm tipped forward, just like the other exercise. Really focus on the shoulder blades moving, so it's not the hands pulling so much as the shoulder blades squeezing back. The hands are attached to that band, but the shoulder blades are what's pulling. All right, it's probably 20. 3, 4, 5. There's 10, okay. Get a rough idea of what the pace is like. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you because I'm honest Abe. It's gonna be a great workout. Whew. Okay, they do tend to fly by for me. Hopefully it flies by for you. Whatever exercise you're on, posture is rocking, all right? Got this cat in the hat thing going on with this little hat here. I'll face you for this one with the band again here. All right, so I'm grabbing the middle there for the hardest version with the band. Shoulders back and down. Notice I'm not shrugging up in here. Now sometimes when I'm doing rows, I end up dropping my head. So I gotta remind myself to look up. All right. Jumping Jacksons. Now we're near about halfway. So the best is yet to come. Watching that posture. So when you're still on jumping jacks, or you're already ahead of me, you might be ahead of me already. Now, if we're doing this right, we eventually get to a failure place on some of these exercises. All right. All right, so let's try the push-ups again. Knees or toes, but good body position. Shoulders away from the ears, chest out, abs pulled in, head is not dropping to the ground there. I don't know, I'll do 2 more. All right, I'll show you again with the bar. A Roosevelt Rose. Chest out and butt out. So if you're using dumbbells, you got a dumbbell in each hand. If you're using dumbbells, just make sure you don't buckle the knees in holding the dumbbell. Keep the knees out, stay wide with those handles. With a barbell, you don't have that same pull. But dumbbells and barbell can both be just as wonderful for the step forward. Squeezing in the shoulder blades. All right. It should be 20-ish. 20. Remember, get the half ones. If that's too much pressure on the joints, don't keep doing it. There's no reason to hurt a joint while you're exercising. All right? Does nobody any good. All right? So make sure things are feeling right while you're doing this. Push-ups is one of the hardest, push-ups are one of the toughest ones for the shoulder. All right, so make sure you really got that set up well. If you're having shoulder issues, maybe scrap it, or again, do a countertop, something a lot easier. All right? So you're switching about as quick as you can, trying to minimize rest breaks between the exercises. Seventeen, 18, 19, 20. All right. Might be able to get one more round. That'd be sweet. Again, for me, these ones go by pretty quick. I'm just focusing on the job at hand, getting that exercise in, and I get like it because the tempo stays up. I'm huffing and puffing. It's a good deal. I'm not counting right now, though. All right, let me get some more. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll demonstrate the band again. And honestly, I maybe didn't bring as heavy of a bar, so this band is actually a better workout for me right now. But if I brought a heavier bar, it could be just as good. Shoulders down, chest out. Seventeen, 18, 19, 20. Shoulders down and back. Trying to really squeeze in good posture. Presidential posture. All right. All right. I'm just gonna ride to the end on this. All right. Next up, we've got a few more exercises. We got a rest break, and I'll show them to you during the rest break. There we go. Teddy triceps, Buchanan biceps, Linden lunges. You can rest right now. Let me show these to you. All right, with a band. Teddy triceps, standing on the band, tip forward, squeezing back. Chest out, butt out, squeezing back. Buchanan biceps, standing up, pulling up right in here. Linden lunges, you can bring the band in. A little bit trickier, right in here, if you wanted the extra resistance with the band there. Bar or dumbbells works roughly the same there. So I'm gonna go, I'll show you these triceps first. All right, laying down, elbows in, and coming up. Pressing up right on there, elbows squeezing in. Got 15 of those. Trying to figure out how to keep my head on while I do that. Can't get out of character. Buchanan biceps, right in here. 15 of those. And then Linden lunges. You don't have to use the bar with it, but I will. All right, time is rolling. Let's hit those triceps first. All right, see if I can get this around this giant hat of mine. All right, so narrow hand grip, tipping back and squeezing up. Let me just show you from this angle here, just so you can see the narrowness of the hands. Elbows squeezing in. All right, right in there. The more you squeeze the elbows in, the better the work on the back of the arms. Next set, I will show you the other tricep there. So if you're having trouble with the band right now, I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up on the next set. All right, sit down. Buchanan biceps, the bar, or with dumbbells. Where dumbbells look very similar. All the way down, making sure you're not rolling through the shoulder too much. Really lock that posture in place. All the way down, but maybe not all the way up. All the way up is a rest break, so you're trying not to do that part. I don't know how many that is. I'll do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The lunges. Again, you use the bar or not. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Drop it in here. All right. 15 on one, then 15 on the other. And dig that heel on the front foot. Oh, I got that 15. Very nice. All right, posture, big deal. So keeping things lined up really well. Then range of motion, trying to get deep. So if you go heavy, but you can't get as far down like this, don't go as heavy. The range of motion is worth more than the weight. The flexibility and ability to move is worth way more. I'll call 11. All right, next set, I'll show you with the band here. All right, so triceps. Okay, you go 2 feet in, pretty narrow stance, chest out, butt out, squat down just a little bit in there, elbows up high and press back. Your tendency is gonna be to slouch a lot on this one. Keep that chest out, shoulder blades peeled back. Got it. All right, biceps there. All right, standing in there, you can pull up right here. You wanna make it tougher? You can stand 2 feet in. 2 feet will make it a little bit tougher there. 2 feet and wider will make it a little bit tougher because now there's less by your hands. Oh, went too far on that one. Did a couple extra reps. I was like 19, oh no, just 15. All right, I'll show you face, well, I'm gonna show you side because you need to see a little bit with the band here. I'm gonna loop under, bring it back, behind my elbow there. Now I got a little bit of extra resistance pulling me down. Alright, let it up for a sec. To switch legs. Let me show you from the front for this next set. Stepping back. If you're losing your balance on this lunge, step out to the side a little bit more for a little more balance in there, right? No matter which lunge it is, barbell, no weight, dumbbells, or band. Try that little width thing. See if that helps a little bit. Alright, the other thing is, make sure this front knee is not coming across. Alright, stays out to the side. Call that 10. Front leg dominating. I don't know. Lost count. All right. I'll go back to the tricep laying down here. I'll alternate a little bit just so you can see both. All right, if it's got dumbbells, you can do more of like a hammer grip on that dumbbell position. You don't have to turn it like a bar. Just be careful with dumbbells because they got some freedom to bonk you in the face a little bit more. So control those a little bit. All right, abs in tight. All right, at the bottom here, if I dropped it right here, it would miss my head. All right, so I'm not bringing it down to my face. That's a little bit too much pressure on the elbows actually for this one. You don't want that much strain on the elbows. It's too severe of a joint angle. I talk about shearing forces, but we don't need to talk about that right now. Just know it's a little bit too much. Abs in tight. The harder you squeeze those elbows in, Oh, the harder the work is, the more shaky it gets. I don't know, I'll do 2 more. It's quite a few already. All right. Buchanan burpees, or not Buchanan burpees, Buchanan biceps, yeah. All right, I'll face it this time. Now at this point in the workout, I would love it if you were failing a little bit. So for me, I might make it a little bit heavier so I have a harder time, all right? So my next time I do this workout kind of thing, I go, make it heavier, Jeremy, to get the maximum benefit. Lots of reps help, but heavy and lots of reps, really good. But the heavy should not come at the cost of posture or range of motion. There you go. Call it 15. It's tough to coach and count, so hopefully you're doing a better job at counting than I am. Pressure on the heel in that lunge. It's not right or wrong that I'm going a little bit fast. You could do them slow if you want to. A little bit quicker does have a little more heart rate benefit. But you can maximize maybe the strength training benefit with a little bit slower. All right, back to the band. See if I can sneak one more set in. Triceps, stepping in, pressing back. And chest out. The little pause at the back is the hardest part. So if you do want to pause when you get there, I do recommend it. It's nice. That was 15. Lunge or 2. There we go. All right. Next one doesn't involve any equipment at all. We got the Eisenhower. So we got a rest break going here if you didn't know. The Eisenhower down here, butt back, knees out, chest out, sinking in there as long as possible. All right. So we'll see if we can make it a minute, maybe 2 minutes. All right. Then we have the Lincoln log roll. I think what's the best way for you to see this? Maybe this angle here. All right, laying back, do a little oblique crunch, roll the middle, V up, roll the other side, oblique crunch. All right, so I'll show you another angle. All right, yeah, oblique crunch, roll the middle, V up, roll the side, put my hand down, oblique crunch, back to middle, as long as possible on that one too. All right, don't need any of our equipment around. There at the Presidential March, which is basically high knees. All right, here we go. Eisenhower. Here we go. See if we can go a minute into this, all right? If you can't anymore, you go right to that Lincoln log roll, all right? I'll do a minute on this first round. So that way, maybe close to where you're at on some of this so I can demonstrate that Lincoln log roll, all right? Push that butt back, squeeze the knees out, chest up, so not diving way down here. All right, try to get that chest up as we're doing this. All right, I love squat holds, The more often I do them, the better I feel. I just don't feel good while I'm doing them, that's all. Oh. Pushing that butt back, squeeze the knees out. 10 more seconds. We'll call it a minute. You can keep going if you want to though. You got 1 term is a minute. 2 terms. Can you make it 2 terms? But I want to demonstrate the Lincoln log roll next, all right? So here we go. Lincoln log roll, laying on the side, hand on the ground there. Legs out is harder, legs in is a little bit easier. All right, so find a good challenge for you. Do a little V up, a little side crunch. Roll to the middle here. Get the V up down the middle. Roll the other side. The oblique crunch on the other side there. All right, let me get this out of my way a little bit. Whew. All right, so now you're gonna keep the burn going on this one. So whenever you finish, your Eisenhower, you can't stand anymore. You go to this one, and you go for this one till you can't stand anymore. And then you got the presidential march, which is like high knees. All right, marching with high knees. Like the middle. Now, as you're doing this, your abs are gonna get tired. Your back may start to arch. Try not to let that happen. If you have a mat, you may want to use that side to side, just under your hips, because that's where most of this pivoting is happening, and that's where you're going to want a cushion the most, all right? That's where the most uncomfortable feeling will be. That's getting pretty good, but I'm going to stop early just in case you are stopped already. I'll try to keep up with you just a little bit, but if you can keep going on that. Keep going on that, all right? Don't feel like you need to move on just because I've moved on. This is as long as possible, all right? Which is usually longer than you like, all right? So hit 30 knees, all right? I probably count them on one side. 1, 2, 3. Lift it nice and high. Good posture, chest out, nice and proud and bold and all that. Good body positions. But again, there's a little opportunity. Keep the heart rate up, right? Knees are going, heart rate's going. But I also have a chance to rest my legs before I do that Eisenhower again. All right? Depending on how hard you did the lunges, that determines how hard that Eisenhower is too. All right, let's try it again here. I'll do it sideways so you can see a little bit. All right, so it'll be at. All right, I'll try doing it in a minute here. All right, butts out, chest out, butt out, back straight. Hopefully you can see my back being fairly straight. It's not rounding as I'm doing this. Push that butt back, squeeze the knees out, chest out, butt out. Looking out a little bit as you do it. Try not to look down too much because that rounds the back again. Look out a little bit, about at least 6 feet out in front of you is a good spot to be staring there. Now this burns me, all right? We're another 10 seconds. Butt out, knees out, chest out. My favorite part is the stand up, so don't miss that. Don't just fall to the ground. You miss that lovely stand up. All right, oblique crunch. Back into Lincoln log roll time. Here we go. Just keeping tight. Not a speed thing, but really a focus and control thing. Give yourself a goal. Maybe how many V-ups, how many middle ones you want to get done. It burns. Stuff burns. It's a good workout. That Lincoln's no joke, am I, huh? I'll do one more. All right, good. All right. Presidential march. Oh, fix my cat in the hat here. All right, lifting up here. And we're getting close to the end of this workout, right? Just a few minutes left. About 4 minutes to go. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna call it 30. All right, here we go. Try in a minute. So I can serve my full term here. What do you think? Should I go to the theater later? I hear there's a great show. Oh, not a good joke, is it? I think I'll avoid the theater. I think that's a good idea. All right, back on the heels, squeeze those knees out, chest out, butt out. You can always improve on what you're doing, all right, especially when you're tired. There's always an opportunity to do it a little bit better. And we want to get good posture, not just completed workout. All right, so you're thinking chest out, butt out, knees out, back on the heels, chest up. Hang in there 10 seconds, and then we'll switch it again. You don't have to switch with me though. All right, you may be ahead of me. Don't forget to stand up. Best part, best part. Makes me dizzy when I do it. It's great. All right, oblique crunch. Yep. Oblique crunch. Yeah. So hand goes down to the oblique crunch. Legs are out. Coming up almost like I'm popping up on my elbow. Looking down the beach a little bit. Oh. Reach back. Come up a little bit. On the other side, hand goes down. Look down the beach on the other side. Lower abdominals are pulled in like you're trying to pull your stomach away from your waistband. All right? The harder you do that, the better quality the ab work. I'm feeling it. Oh yeah. Middle, side, middle. Should I get one more round of that? Side, middle, side, middle. All right. Presidential march. Almost there, almost there. Just about a minute to go. You might want to just finish it out with a squat, huh? I'll try to finish my high knees first. I'll be fair, all right? But you may edit to finish the workout just to get you more of what you want. You know, if you want to pass out a Lincoln log roll and burn out there at the finish, you could do that. All right, look at the last 30 seconds in the squat. Here we go. Push the butt back, squeeze those knees out. Sinking in here. All right. Cannot tell a lie. Sweating in my Lincoln suit here. Hope you guys like my beard. Grew it just for you. 10 seconds. Chest out, butt out, knees out. Sinking in there. Depth is important. Try to get range of motion too. And up. Oh, yeah. Final little dizzy spell there. If you get too dizzy, bend back over. All right? No need to fall down about this. All right. There's Abe Lincoln saying, Happy President's Day. God, thank you for the opportunities that we have to get together and exercise. Thank you for the freedom that we get to enjoy. And some of that is, thanks to some leaders that have been in this country. They were not perfect people, though. They didn't do only good. They made mistakes too, and help us to forgive the mistakes as you forgive our mistakes, and help us to appreciate the good that they have brought, and made available to us. And God, I pray for current leadership now that that we can work with their mistakes, and and we can appreciate what they're doing, the good that they are bringing into what's happening. We pray for your guidance on them, as they do their leadership work. Help us to be individual leaders. We may not be in charge of a country, charge of a state, but we do have influence in the circles around us. God, help us to be leaders in that circle, that we could be part of what makes this world better. That as we lead ourselves, we make ourselves healthier and stronger, more positive. We develop these good habits. We encourage others to develop these good habits too. And the circle around us becomes better because we're a part of it. God, we pray that you would make this world more like heaven, until we get to go there. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right. Have fun. Be safe. God bless. Happy President's Day. Happy birthday to me.